There's the posse.
In the button field for a third week in a row. Found a lot of stuff here. Kind of funny because we can't find any homestead or anything listed on the map here, but this field has just been full of buttons. And last week Bill proved that there's some coins there too with his half penny. So wish us luck and saddle up. It's time to take another ride with the posse.
Alright, this is Bill with the Relic Posse, and we're back out on another nice beautiful night on the button field. And we found a whole bunch of buttons here the last time. In fact, I found 12 buttons and we're only here a couple hours. And it's kind of unusual. I've never done that before. But we're out here and just came from the truck and got a good signal, my first hole, and I dug this. And I mean, I initially thought it was just a piece of junk. But on the back of it, it's got a shank of some sort. Which, I mean, this is too big to be a button. But I don't know if it was some kind of a buckle or... I mean, it had some purpose back in the day. I have no clue what this could be. I don't think they have square buttons or something, but if anybody has an idea what it might be, please post it in the comments. But we'll be back at you.
Alrighty, this is my first hole. This rang up as a 91 on the dais. Bill is way over there. Mike's over there somewhere. I believe this is a largie. I don't see any shank marks or anything. I can't quite read anything on it either. Might be smooth, I don't know. But I'm going to clean it up and I'll be right back at you. Well, I'm right back at you as promised, and I have no idea what it is. I still think it's a largie. I see nothing on it. Maybe on camera you can see a little more, but I checked with my phone, checked with a magnifying glass, and I see nothing. Might be some letters around the top up here around the rim, but I just can't tell. I'll let you know if I find anything on it.
And the field's holding true to its name. Just dug my first hole, and it's a button. Nice big dandy button. Looks like it's been hit by a plow at some point, but still, love it. Hopefully there's a lot more to come. And there it is. Doesn't look like there's anything on it. You can see some grooving around the edges. The shank is still there, bent over, but still there. Let's see what we find next.
Okay, I just found part of a button. I'm not sure what kind of button it is. I thought maybe it was pewter. Mike thinks it's a tomback, but I have the shank. I just don't have the rest of the button. Still kind of cool though. I'll keep it.
Alright, I've been out here probably about a half an hour or so, and I just found my first button. A little cuff button. Flat button, nothing on the front of it, but at least I found a button. It was kind of wondering there for a little while if maybe we found them all, but I guess not. So hopefully there's going to be a lot more of them here, and some coins and some other neat stuff too we could find. Alright, see you soon.
It's been a while. I've dug a lot of junk since I found that first button. Way back over where the car is, but I finally found a second one. And sure enough, it's another button. Little one this time. Doesn't look like there's anything on it. I tried cleaning it up, don't see anything. Shank's nice and intact. The back might have had decoration at one point, but still, love it. Love to find something else besides a button, but I'm enjoying finding all these buttons. And there we go. You can see a little, maybe a cuff button. But you can see shank is nice and intact. Let's see what we find next. Well, I don't know what it is about this field, but the buttons seem to be everywhere. I'm a little further from where button number 2 was. way away from button number 1, and I've got button number 3. Little small cuff button. Shank is there, bent but there. We'll see what we find next. There it is, just a little tiny thing. You can see the shank, and they seem to keep getting smaller. There's the first one, then the second one, and now the third one. Each one's smaller than the next. If they keep getting smaller like that, I'm not going to be able to see them pretty soon.
Alright, I get just coming over here, get closer to Chris. He's right over here. He just found a coin. Looks like some kind of old lard set of some sort. And Mike's over here. I guess he's been finding a whole bunch of buttons over there. He's got 6 or 7 buttons already. And this is my second button. Another flat button. It shank on the back, but looks like it at one time had something on the front, but I can't make anything out. I brushed it up, and just a farm field button so far. But on to the next.
Well, Mike says he found something right over. What's that?
Bill must have got silver.
Right. Oh yeah, I hear him. Let's go see.
Alright, I just dug this plug, and had a nice silver in there. I got the 1 dime and it showed on, and then it ended up being a Barber, 1912. So that's pretty cool. That's the first silver out of this field. And so there's hope that there's some more. It seems like the coins are up in this area. I found a lard cent up here. Chris just found what looks like an old lard cent, and now the silver dime. So I'm going to keep up digging around this area. Mike's right over here. Chris is over there. And we got this nice little indentation here, this little valley and the hill up there. So we're going to work around this area and hopefully get some more. On to the next.
I found button number 4, and this one was a surface find. The top was pointing up, and you can see how toasted that is. But the back, the side that was down, looks pretty nice. It's got some writing. I think it says best quality London. Maybe you can make it out a little better. Either way, very cool. Hopefully I'll get on to some more, and hopefully Chris and Bill will find some too. From the size of it, it was about a penny. I thought maybe I had my first coin of the day, but nope, button number 4.
Well, I thought I had me a small coin at first, but I think I see a spot for a shank there. Yeah, pretty sure I do. So it's got to be a small flat button. It's real thin. I doubt there's anything on it, including the shank, or discluding the shank. But it's my first almost full button today. Alright, on to the next.
Alright, just came across, dug this button up. It's kind of a weird looking button. Never seen one like that before, but it's some kind of button or snap to something. But kind of cool. Alrighty, on to the next.
Well, once again, there's no reason to call this anything but the button field. Another little cuff button. This is button number 5. And except for the 5 buttons, I found nothing else. And I found them all over the field. 2 of them kind of close together up a ways, but they're just scattered here. They're everywhere. And it's mostly buttons we find. And there it is, another small cuff button. The shank is gone, and I've just dropped it. Took both the machine and the pinpointer to find it again. It was so small. But there it is. You can see the shank is broken. Front's intact, but nothing on the front. Still, it's a good thing I love finding buttons, because that's all we're finding.
Alrighty, just dug a plug here, flipped it out, and there's something right here. What is that? It's not a coin. It's another concave button or convex button or whatever. Let's see. I don't know, might be a design on that. Might have to clean that a little bit to see if there's something on it. But not a bad button. Definitely back into the buttons again, and that's why we call this the button field. So let me clean that off, and if there's anything good on it, I'll get back at you and show you what it is.
Well, this is why we call this the button field. It's a pretty bad one. It's all rolled up. I'm guessing the shank is or was on the inside, but it's definitely a button. I don't know how many buttons we found so far. We're kind of wondering if the seamstress of the area lived in this area. Like maybe had a house over here. Everybody had to come to Aunt Martha to get her shirt fixed. I don't know. Awful lot of buttons around here, and Bill did find a thimble over that way. I don't know. Well, I thought I had silver. Looked like silver when it came out. Nice and shiny. But the other side is not so shiny, and I see a spot for a shank. I don't know what it's made of to come out that shiny. Can't be aluminum. Way too heavy for aluminum. Linoleum, as you call it over across the pond. But another button in the button field. Well, I am way out yonder in the field. And I'll bet nobody can guess. I'll give 3 guesses what I found. No, Bob, wasn't a coin. No, Joanne, that's not it. Oh, Fred just got it. Another button. You're pretty good at this, Fred. Unfortunately, it's not a whole button. Another chopped up one. No shank. Looks like it was a tomback. Alright, let's see if we can find any more.
And button number 6. This one was so smooth on both sides that I thought maybe I finally found something different. Maybe a small coin or a token, but no. You can see where the shank was on that side. Looks like another little cuff button. Still, buttons, buttons, and nothing but buttons.
Alright, we've been in a little bit of a drought, and just came across another old farm style flat button. Doesn't look like there's anything on it. Shank's knocked off from it. But the guys are still out there. They're both working on a hole right now, so that might be good. Maybe they're finally starting to bite again. But I mean, coins and relics are just like fish. I don't know if anybody's ever said that before, but 1 minute they're biting and then they're not, and then they start up again. So hopefully they started up again. Alright, hopefully to see you soon.
Well, you can't tell, but it's getting a little dark. The sun is going down. But look what I found. Not only is that a button, but that one has part of a shank on it. My first one tonight. Woohoo!
It's been a bit since I've dug anything good, but I finally got button number 7. Like I said earlier, I love digging buttons, but it would be nice for a little diversity to dig something else. I know Bill got a silver, a barber dime, and Chris got what looks like a largie. I've got 7 buttons, but could be worse. And there it is. Nothing really on the front, but if you turn it over, there's some markings. I can't quite make them out. I went to wash them and I realized my water's not in my bag. I've got to retrace my steps to see where it is. It must have fallen out somewhere. But still cool. Button number 7.
Well, I do believe I found silver. It's only a rosy, but it's silver. 1946. I don't know if you can see the year at it because the sun's not hitting it right, but Does it matter on a 1946?
Alright, I just found this round ball. And we found a couple of them the first time we were here. But it's pretty neat. It was looks like it was shot because it hit something. But other than buttons, you know, silver dime was nice, and hopefully we'll find some more stuff before the sun goes down. It's starting to come down right now, so we'll probably be only out here about another half an hour, 40 minutes. All right, see you soon.
Okay, it's not a button. That appears to be a flattened, fired musket round ball. Or not even a musket. I think it's a black powder pistol. Now, we're kind of thinking, or I'm kind of thinking, there was a skirmish or something from the War of 1812 here, because we found other signs of it. Mike found that War of 1812 button right over there. Not saying it is, but I do believe they had black powder pistols back then. So I'm going to go with it. I'm going to say that's War of 1812. Or a deer slug.
Alright, the sun is starting to go down. You can't see Mike and Chris over there by the road, but I come up here by the road down further and I found this nice big Tomback button. Beautiful. I definitely love finding Tomback buttons. So, gonna dig around in here a little bit longer, maybe find a couple more. Alright, back at you.
Alright, it's getting dark, but it was another fun hunt. We were looking at the coins when we got back to the car. Looks like that largie that Chris found. Looks like it's a Hibernian, huh?
Sure. It says 1720 something. We're not sure what it is.
But we can see the harp on the
back with a harp.
We can see the harp on the back, so
And
pretty
there's
sure
a
it's a
bus on it.
Hibernian.
He says the bus looks to the right. I say it looks to the left. So it might be looking straight ahead. We'll average it out.
But at least we know there's a harp on the back of it.
Alright, so today we're going to celebrate another good hunt with an Irish Red by the Hamburg Brewing Company. You could go for a Hamburg right now.
Yeah, me too.
And that's
That's a wrap.
I like it.
That is very good.
That is good.
Very good.
I didn't think I'd like that one, but I do.
So if you're ever near Buffalo, grab yourself a Hamburg Irish Red.
No pineapple.
No pineapple.
Okay, we're going to go with the wrap-up. And I guess I'll start with mine because mine's probably the least interesting. This was the button field, and that is all I got. 7 buttons. Still, love finding buttons, so no complaints here.
You got a nice standee there, too.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
It's not bad.
Yep.
All right. Who wants to go next?
Oh, we're right around the line.
Well, I got this funky thing that if anybody knows what it is, leave a comment. I definitely don't think it's a button, but it looks like it's got some kind of
Here's a shank.
a shank on the back of it. So I
Is there
don't
some
know.
kind of large square button back in 1700s?
Must have used it for something.
Bill's funky square button.
Little round ball, a couple different flat buttons. This is a what is that, concave button. Real nice dandy button, or not a dandy button, but a Tomback button.
Well, it's a Tomback dandy.
Yeah,
It's a good
definitely love finding Tombacks.
Your buttons are a lot
and,
more interesting than mine.
Silver 1912 barber dime.
Beauty.
And that's the first silver coin that we pulled out of here. So
And then Chris got the second silver coin.
he did.
Alright, I got a couple of buttons, a couple of half buttons. There's a 3/4 button. There's one little mini ball that I'm guessing is a pistol ball from I don't know, a pistol.
That's
And
usually
there,
where pistol balls come from.
usually, there is my dime. It's a 1946, but it's silver. And I'll wait for the motorcycle to go by. Hang on one second. Alrighty, and this is some kind of large scent. We've been looking at it and looking at it and looking at it. And on the back we do see A woman with a harp, which makes it what? A Hibernian?
Hibernian.
Hibernian? Hibernian.
Yeah,
So it's a
close.
little cold. And on the front, we think we see a 172, and we can't see the last number, so it might be 1720 something. I know you're not out there watching us, Kurt, but if you know what that is, if you happen to see this, can you let us know? And I guess that's it.
All right, good job, guys.
Absolutely.
Take off, eh?